Hi everybody, Part 2, Relating SI and Imperial Units. Each measurement in the imperial system relates to a corresponding measurement in the SI system. This table shows some approximate relationships between imperial units and SI units. So 1 millimeter is about 4/100ths of an inch. Okay, 1 inch is about 2.5 centimeters. A centimeter is 4/10ths of an inch. A foot is 30 centimeters. Or 0.3 meters. Okay, a meter is about 39 inches, or 3.25 feet. Okay, a yard is 90 centimeters, or 0.9 meters. A kilometer is 6/10ths of a mile, or a mile is 1.6 kilometers. Okay, we can use the data in the table above to convert between SI and imperial units of measure. So you have a version of this chart on your formula sheet. So it's kind of nice, so you will always have that. You won't have to memorize any of these, even though we're going to use them enough that you'll probably memorize some of the more important ones. Okay, so example 1, converting from meters to feet. A Canadian football field is approximately 59 meters wide. What is this measurement to the nearest foot? Okay. Well, how we do that, we look on our chart and we have to relate meters to feet. Okay, so on our table we can see that 1 foot is about 0.3 meters, or 1 meter is about 3.25 feet. So 1 meter equals 3.25 feet. Okay, fair enough. So if I have a 59 meter football field times, now if we look at this is the conversion factor. So if I want feet, that means feet has to be on the top of the fraction. So 3.25 or 3.25 feet divided by 1 meter. Okay, so look what happens. The meters cancel then. So 59 times 3.25. Okay. So that equals 191.75 feet. Okay, so it says to the nearest foot, so I guess that's 192 feet. Ta-da! Okay, that's it. So a bowling lane is 19 meters long. What is the measurement to the nearest foot? So the same thing, so same conversion. 1 meter is 3.25 feet. Okay, so 19 meters times, okay, I want feet, so that unit has to be on top, okay, times 1 meter. So the meters cancel out. 19 times 3.25 is 61.75 feet. Then to the nearest foot, of course, that is 62 feet. And there you go. Okay, so let's try one that's between miles and kilometers. So after meeting in Osoyoos, BC, Dakota drove 114 kilometers north, and Winona drove 68 miles south. Who drove further? So in this case, what we need to do is we just need to figure out either how far Dakota drove in miles or how far Winona drove in kilometers. We don't have to change both of those units, or both of those numbers. We only have to change one and compare. So it really doesn't matter which way you go. 1 mile is 1.6 kilometers. Okay, so I'm using, whoops, sorry, my bad. Okay, so 1 mile, I'm using that conversion. 1 mile is 1.6. Okay, so tell you what, if we use the 114 kilometers for Dakota, kilometers, so if I want the kilometers to cancel and I want the miles, so we go 1 mile divided by 1.6 kilometers. See how the kilometers cancel? So I go 114 times 1 divided by 1.6. So that works out to 71.25 miles. Okay, it doesn't say what to round to because it doesn't matter. We just need to know who drove further. So Dakota drove 71 miles. Winona only drove 68 miles. So Dakota drove further. Okay. Awesome. Okay, example 3, in solving a problem that involves unit conversions. So Nora knows that she is 5 feet 7 inches tall. What height in centimeters will she list on her driver's license application? Ooh, remember driver's license, you need to list your height in centimeters. Okay, well, that's interesting. So let's see. We know from that conversion chart, so 5 feet 7 inches, okay, so we know that there is 30 centimeters in a foot. Okay, we know there's 2.5 centimeters in an inch. Okay, regardless, if we look at 5 foot 7 inches, so that is 5 7/12 feet. Okay, the 7/12 is because there are 12 inches in a foot. So 7/12, that converts it all into feet. So 5 7/12 feet times 30 centimeters per 1 foot. Okay, so the feet cancel. Okay, sorry, FT, the unit for feet is just FT. So 1 foot, 1 foot. Okay, awesome. So 5 7/12 times 30. So on your calculator, just go 5 plus 7/12. Okay, so that's what gives us the 5 7/12, and then times 30. Okay, so that works out to 167.5 centimeters. So Nora would list 168 centimeters on her driver's license. Awesome. Okay, so use mental math and estimation to justify the answer is reasonable. Okay, well, tell you what. If every foot is 30 centimeters, so 5 times 30, so that's 150 centimeters. Okay, so 7 inches is just over half a foot. Okay, so half a foot is, or 30 centimeters is a foot, so half a foot would be 15. Okay, so a little more than 15. So 150 plus 15 is 165. Okay, and then just a little tiny bit more than 165. And you can see 168 is just a little bit more than 165. So this is reasonable. We can use our mental math and some estimation strategies to figure out that 168 is a reasonable answer. Okay, great. Okay, and then the last one for this part. Okay, estimating and calculating using conversions. Okay, a truck driver knows that his load is 15 feet wide. Regulations along his route state that any load over 4.3 meters wide must have wide load markers and an escort with flashing lights. Does this vehicle need the wide load markers? Okay, so justify your answer. Well, that justify bit just means show your work and prove it. Okay, so we either need to convert the 15 feet into meters or the 4.3 meters into feet. Okay, well look, the truck driver knows he's 15 feet wide. So let's start with that. So 15 feet. Now the conversion between feet and meters is there 0.3 meters in 1 foot. Okay, so the thing is, if I want meters in the end, this one goes on top. So the conversion factor I'm going to use is 0.030 meters over 1 foot. So 15 feet times 0.30 meters over 1 foot. The feet cancel. So 15 times 0.3 is 4.5 meters. Okay, so he is 4.5 meters wide, or his truck is 4.5 meters wide. So that is over the 4.3. So yes, he needs, wow, that was ugly. Okay, yes, he needs wide load markers. Ta-da! So that's it. Okay, guys, that's the end of section 1.3. Okay, so this is page 22 in your textbook. Okay, so I want you to do those questions. Make sure you show your teacher when you're done so they can check your progress. Good luck, and we'll see you next part.